All right, all right. Y'all know what it is. It's your first cousin, Big Dog Chico, with your favorite cousin, Deuce the Scoop, and everybody uncles, Uncle Neely. We're gonna be coming to you live and direct right here with the morning run. With the morning run, y'all go for a run with us. All right, we'll be back in a second. Big Dog Chico, Deuce the Scoop, Uncle Neely. Just had the Super Bowl. What's crackling? We're gonna do some recapping. Talk to me.
Yo.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yes, I went back and I watched the video last night from you guys online, and Duke said he read a comment that said, "What happened to Chico's shoulder?" And Duke's like, "What happened to Chico's shoulder?" And Uncle Nito, you know what happened to Chico's shoulder. No, I don't do my dog like that.
Boy, y'all is something else. Y'all is hell.
Hey, appreciate you guys checking in. It's early morning somewhere, it's afternoon somewhere, it's evening somewhere, but this is the morning run for everybody. We're going to give you guys the rundown what happened last night, what could be going on this week, and everything else. Any news y'all have, put it in the chat right now. Holla at us. Shout out to MDJ Original, Goonsville Clothing, and all the other sponsors that rock with us. Law's Whiskey House, Blender, Shades, and of course, Duke's in the ATL. Uncle Neely is in, who knows what Uncle Neely is right now, somewhere in middle America, and I'm on the far West Coast. What's happening, man? Talk to me.
It's all good.
Eagles did it, didn't
Say again, Duke.
I said the Eagles did it, didn't
they? Yeah, they did. Convincingly.
Yeah.
That's about our predictions too.
Now, Dukes, I know that you was in the chat for a little while last night on Uncle Chico Live. Right. But I don't know if you were capturing the parts where Chico was trying to back off his picks.
Talking about when he picked the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know, Chico, you with us, bro.
But see, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You got to give some respect to that because I did it before the game. I was trying to tell you guys before the game that I feel a little bit different right now when I woke up this morning.
You didn't change it.
And you were pressuring me to change it. And I'm like, Dad, why is he... All right, well, you know what? I'm not going to flip-flop. But I felt like, and I made the prediction of, he was going to throw 2 picks, Mahomes. But I also said in my predictions on Friday that if the Eagles can capitalize on those, that's what's going to decide the game. If they do that, which they did, and they got up, 24-0, then that's the ball game right there. It was basically over. You got to get up on Mahomes and not allow him to fester around and be there at the end of the ball game. You know what I mean? And that's what they did. They controlled that game, even though Saquon didn't have any big breakout runs in the first half. He still was able to get positive yardage and just continue to move the pile and go forward. And Jalen Hurts will get the breakout runs and such. So, great ball game, great scheme by the coaching staff, and they deserve to win.
No, for sure. Like, perfect game script for the Eagles, and probably the worst case scenario for the Chiefs. That's all you can say. I think a lot of people lost money because a lot of people felt like, you got to beat, like, in order to beat the man, you got to beat the man. Like what Uncle Neely was saying, he was right. Like, they beat the man, so now it looks a little bit different. Like, it kind of reminds me of when the Chiefs lost to the Patriots lost to the Giants, right? Like, that year, like, they looked like a juggernaut. Nobody had beat them. The Giants came in, they did what they're supposed to do, and they played the perfect game. But the similarity in both of those games, what I will say is, when you get pressure with 4, it's a totally different ball game. I don't know if you remember, the Giants used to have that NASCAR package where they would put Justin Tuck at D tackle. And then they had OC, and they had all these other guys. I forgot who I was on that squad, but I remember
those. Michael Strahan, Matthias Kiwanuka.
Yeah. So that when they went NASCAR, they were able to rush with 4, and it provides a different scenario for the quarterback. Same thing last night. Do you realize the Eagles didn't blitz one time? Not one
time.
Not
they
one
came
time.
into the ball game blitzing about only 25% of the time, putting pressure on the quarterback. But they put pressure on Patrick Mahomes 52% of the time when he dropped back to pass. That's 52%, over half of the time you drop back to pass, you're getting pressure in your face, and you didn't blitz one time. That's the 4 guys up front. And I think the key factor was their left tackle. Their left tackle was really a guard who they had to move outside. and they kind of picked on him throughout the ball game. Those guys took turns up there. That's why we kept calling so many names, not just Sweat, not just Williams, not just Note, but all 4 of those guys. Plus, you were calling their names throughout the ball game.
Oh, for sure. What you think, Unc?
Well, I think one thing that the world has to recognize when you watch this game, that pressuring the quarterback and blitzing are 2 different things.
Mm-hmm.
Blitz is a pressure, but a pressure does not necessarily mean a blitz took place. Right. And I've said on this program before, 2 things I said leading to the Super Bowl, even though I wholeheartedly picked the Chiefs to win and ain't backing off that. 2 things I said would have to happen for the Giants for the Eagles to have a chance, and that is Mahomes had the worst game of his life, and don't blitz him because he thrives on the blitz because he sees the blitz coming and he knows how to roll away from it and take advantage of the mismatch that's been created on the back end. When you can get at him without blitzing and it's literally right in his face where he's not rolling out and getting sacked, he's getting sacked as he steps back up in the pocket like in a straight line. That's not something he's used to and being able to see that feel and react from. One of the things I have been scratching my head at this morning, though, I haven't watched any of the post-game analysis, but you know how the TV is on in the background, you hear stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not hearing enough, for lack of a better word, criticism of the Chiefs coaching staff for not being able to make adjustments. Everything is Mahomes' fault. Everything is the O-line fault. I ain't heard a damn thing be Andy Reid's fault. Now, when they doing the damn thing, he sure get a lot of credit, rightly so. But I'm not hearing him get no blame in this because one thing that didn't happen in the second half, when you saw it in the first possession of the third quarter, wasn't no damn adjustment made.
Yeah. I mean,
I changed what they did the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and you came out in the third quarter and you tried to face it the same way you did the first 2, and you got the same result.
Yeah. I think, and to your point, I think if they give too much credit or they take away credit from Andy Reid, then they give too much credit to the Eagles coaching staff. Like, you got to think they're eating a lot of crow because a lot of people were saying Nick Sirianni wasn't going to be the guy from the first interview, his first press conference. Remember how bad they got on him? Said, "Oh, he's going to be horrible." That's one of the worst press conferences ever. And then he goes out and then you lose last year. Oh, that team was way too talented. Maybe Jalen Hurts isn't the guy. Darren Orlovsky was saying that Jalen Hurts wasn't the guy all the way up until Friday, really.
Like, no, I tried to touch on this last night, and I kept getting derailed by a guy from Alabama, from the state of Alabama, who wouldn't let me get my thought out to the audience because he was taking it personal.
What?
Jalen Hurts ain't been the guy if you let the world tell it. When he got benched at Alabama, I mean, before he got benched, they were booing him. And naturally, he came back and won that game for him. But then he transfers. And even when he gets drafted, he was drafted as the understudy to Wentz, the backup quarterback. He's not ready yet. Maybe one day he will be, but it's not likely because he ain't built like that. And all he done is go to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years and win one of them. Now, this is the same guy they just booed in college, benched him in college, replaced him in college, had to transfer in college. Here's the amount to you guys. A lot of these people out here talking don't be knowing what the hell they're talking about.
Man, anytime, and
who you referring to, Uncle Neely?
The Dan Orlovskis.
Yeah.
Like the Dan Orlovskis. Look. Here's one thing about having a show like the 3 of us have. One, you can't be afraid to be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
When you pick a game, you're going to be right or you're going to be wrong. All right? And you can't be afraid to be wrong. But when you have these deep, entrenched opinions about a person and about their future ability and their future success and how you don't see that happening because they're not built like that, and then all they've done is prove you wrong. I mean, when you going to apologize, say you're wrong, damn, my bad. What more Jalen Hurts got to do to prove he is an NFL quarterback? And this a Cowboys fan saying this.
Ooh.
No, this guy's a professional, man. And that's what people, really admired about him in Alabama. And that's why when you were talking about saying that people were booing him out of Alabama, that's why I kind of took back and said, no, lot of people loved him in Alabama. Speaking from
Chico,
that's all I was saying was a lot of people loved him.
Chico, I'm not saying people didn't love him. I'm saying I'm watching damn TV and I can hear the boos through the screen. That meant half the stadium was booing because they was louder than the people that was cheering.
And I didn't say people wasn't booing him.
Don't start this today, Chico. Chico, you the point guard. Take the ball, reset. Hey, reset, Chico.
11C, rotate.
Yeah, there we go.
Out of there.
There we go. Yeah,
I'm gonna give him that COVID, which means get the hell out of the way.
Is what we're gonna do. I'm on my Magic Johnson type point guard.
Oh, there you go. Now you got the everything Magic, man.
I can't wait to see. Hey, I'm with Uncle now. Maybe doing Magic bad, man. Come on, dog.
That's my dog. That's my favorite of all. That's why I say Magic, Shannon. Those are my favorites, man, of all time. It's out of love. But Jalen Hurts won the MVP also, Super Bowl MVP, talking about him. And that should solidify, his legacy kind of. Well, I'll ask you guys, how does that solidify his legacy, winning that Super Bowl MVP? What does that do for his legacy to win that Super Bowl MVP?
I think what it does, and again, this is coming from not only a Cowboys fan, but when Jalen was at Alabama, LSU fan, so I ain't never rooted for him. I will say what this does is puts him right on the doorstep of guaranteed Hall of Fame. Like one Super Bowl appearance, win or lose, he's in the Hall of Fame for sure, but he's definitely going to be in the running for it with just above average seasons the rest of his career. Because when you have this kind of success, when you get to 2 Super Bowls and win one on when the world is against you, and you put up the numbers in the air and the ground that he's putting up, he's already this early in his career, he's already like, okay, he's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I would have to agree. For what he's done at such a young age, you got 2 Super Bowls, you got 1 win in the Super Bowl MVP already. I don't think Jalen Hurts is even 26 yet. So we talk about how Pat Mahomes is in 30. Well, Jalen Hurts ain't even 26 yet. And that team is set up to do this again and again and again because what they have on the defensive line is going to keep them in every game. And now, okay, let's say you lose Josh Sweat. You still, like, there are people, when you look at what you had in Aaron Donald and how it didn't matter who was playing that outside linebacker edge rusher, they were going to be successful. Whether it was Dante, you went to go play at LA to go get paid. Dante Fowler, boom, goes out there, gets paid. Leonard Floyd, they shoot him out from Chicago, goes out to LA, boom, revitalizes his career. He gets paid. With those 2 big guys on the inside, Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, there's going to be somebody else who can come in that is going to play the edge, that has some juice left. You can even look at a Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham been in the league. I think Brandon Graham got to be pushing 37, 36.
He's 36 and been in 15 years, and he's the longest playing player they got for the Eagles.
1,000%. And he still has juice, but when you play with a defensive line rotation, you're going to be in every game. If you could get there with 4, you got a chance. Now your secondary is young. You look at Cooper DeJean. You look at the guy Quinyon Mitchell, the Toledo Rocket. Like, you got guys that are going to allow you to continue to be good. So Jalen Hurts right now, you can see him like, are the Eagles right now not the favorite to win it again next year?
They have to.
They got to be. So you look at them being the favorite. There are some guys. Okay, perfect example. Eli Manning didn't go in as a first ballot Hall of Famer. But there's no doubt in anyone's mind that he'll end up being a Hall of Famer. And I think that with one more Super Bowl win, and if he continues to put together the stats that he has, Jalen Hurts will be in that same echelon with the ability to get to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Dog, so many things in there.
I'm hanging my hat on the Eli Manning nail. Let me be clear. In my eyeball test, Eli Manning ain't no damn Hall of Famer.
And see, that's what I was going to say. That's a lot of things in there to unpack what Duke said.
The Cowboy fan, that could be some hate because he went to Ole Miss, whichever way you chalk it. However, having said that, he's going into the Hall of Fame. And if Eli can go doing what he did, you ain't finna get him to speak against Jalen Hurts going with what he's already accomplished and what he can continue to accomplish and surpass Eli. So if Eli going in, Jalen Hurts is right on the doorstep already.
And add in what Hurts can do with his legs on the ground also.
And how many did Roethlisberger get?
How many Super Bowls? How many did he get?
Did he get 2? Did he get one with Coward and one with Tomlin?
Yeah, I think that's what it broke down to. Somebody in the chat let us know. I think it's 2.
Okay. Because I haven't heard his name much.
That's with a rape charge. I said it. Let me tell you what I'm not going to sit here to do. If they're going to have white privilege, you're going to have some black privilege. You're not going to sit here and they get in with mediocre stats and I speak against a brother who got the same stats or a little better. No, if they going, he going.
Yeah.
And Jalen ain't got no rape charge.
Is Roethlisberger, is he
he got 2. He got 2 Super Bowls.
Is Roethlisberger a Hall of Famer?
Oh, is he a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
I think he is. Yeah. I don't know if he's in there yet. Is he? Yeah, he did get in, right?
No.
Oh, he's eligible in 2027 following the mandatory 5-year waiting period. I think he retired in 2022. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
5-year wait, but he's going.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's going. He's a Super Bowl. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback, in my opinion, too.
Let me also,
he had multiple, 3,500 passing yards in the season.
So let me throw this out there too, as it relates to this Hall of Fame kind of standard thing, particularly from the quarterback position, because you're about to see it happen a lot now, particularly once Brady reaches 5 years. Oh, Neely, what they got to do anything? Let me tell you what it got to do with it. You're going to go into this ERA of professional football retirees that by no fault of their individual talent, that the Bradys and the Mannings were eating up the lion's share of the time. And it don't mean you weren't good. Like you look at a Dan Marino, how many Super Bowls he got?
0.
Think about, and then you got everybody who want to ride Aaron Rodgers jockey. How many he got?
1.
But he played during an era where somebody else went to 9 of them. And the same thing is about to happen with Mahomes. If this dude go to just 2 more, that's going to be like 6 or 7 appearances. And that's 6 or 7 times nobody else could get in because he was in. And that doesn't mean Josh Allen ain't. And that don't mean Lamar Jackson ain't. It's just that they didn't get to the big dance because of the conference they was in at the time. And so I think the standard is going to wiggle a little bit going forward, that a Super Bowl is not just going to be the automatic stamp that it was for like an Eli on back. When you go back to yesteryear, if you got to the Super Bowl, you won one of them, you going to the Hall of Fame if you're a white boy quarterback. You got about 5-10 more years of that. And then after that, it's going to be, man, hell, Super Bowl no matter what did you do individually. Because what if Lamar Jackson never gets one? You ain't finna sit here and tell me he ain't no Hall of Fame.
He going.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So look, I'm gonna tell you what they said was a qualifier that Eli Manning didn't have. Is that he was never considered to be at the top of his position group.
Never.
Because a lot of people said that with 2 Super Bowl wins, you should get in. That's gonna separate you from a guy like Trent Dilfer. They say, okay, you got a Super Bowl win, you can get in. Well, he's got 2. How many multi-time Super Bowl winning quarterbacks do we have that didn't get in? And they said, and I went to go look. I'm like, damn, he didn't get in. He got 2-0, and he's a Manning, for lack of better words, or to be politically correct for a little bit. He's a Manning, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He didn't get in, and so I did my research, and they said the qualifier that he didn't hit was that he was never considered to be the best. All right, so Ben Roethlisberger, some people feel like he'll be first ballot. He's 5th all time in passing yards. I mean, I don't know, but Lamar Jackson, 3 MVPs, he's going. Josh Allen, if he never wins one, he's going. Like he's on a trajectory to go. A guy like Matt Ryan, no Super Bowl wins, 1 MVP, did it for a tremendous amount of time. I think he's on the borderline. But if he had a Super Bowl, if he wins that Super Bowl, he's in. Like if he won that game, he didn't. And
you nailed it. And I'm not talking about statistics. I'm talking about a perception here.
Yep.
Where you perceive to be Matt Ryan at, who's no longer playing, is exactly where I perceive Jalen Hurts to be, who still is playing. They right there on that doorstep.
Yeah.
Now, Matty Ice got all these stats and all these accolades because he had the longevity to it. But without the Super Bowl ring, you don't look at him like, oh, Matty Ice is a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Boom.
Because just like when you do the Eli measurement, at what point was Matty Ice the best quarterback in the NFC, let alone the NFL? But there was
one MVP, right?
That one year when they went to the Super Bowl, that one year. One time.
Has Jalen elevated himself past a Matt Ryan with this Super Bowl win already? In his career?
I don't know. Maybe you went to the bathroom. I just said for me that Jalen has caught up to a Matt Ryan right now. They're at the same precipice. They're right there on the doorstep of it. Now the beauty of it is
you're saying right there on the doorstep, and I'm asking you. So with the Super Bowl win last night, look at Philip Dukes over there, favorite cuz. With the Super Bowl win last night, you're including that in his resume. He's still only right there with Matt Ryan, who doesn't have a Super Bowl win.
Let me answer your question with a question. When are we talking? We talking this morning. When was the game last night? Yeah, I'm including last night.
Well, hell, I feel like he way over Matt Ryan without a Super Bowl win, and with what he's done right now, including the Super Bowl last night. I feel like you're not giving the Super Bowl enough weight. What is the longevity of Matt Ryan? I'm just trying to clarify.
I'm straight up, dude. I know you're a busy man because you be producing while we're on there.
That's all I'm asking.
But I'm gonna have to ask. I'm gonna have to implore you. I'm gonna have to beg. Mofo, you got to start listening while you work because I can't
No.
I didn't explain where the Super Bowl ranks then, now, and in the future 5 minutes ago.
Well, I think in my opinion,
Jalen Hurts with 2 Super Bowl appearances has already caught a Matt Ryan. I explained that, and then your next question is: so, with the game being last night, what do you think about this morning?
Well, I would say this, including last night. I think he already surpassed him, not just caught him. I think he's already.
That's beautiful. I'm not against that.
That's what I'm not saying. Against that. I was just making sure that you were including the Super Bowl.
What you have to understand, Chico. Imagine this now.
Imagine this. And the
Chico,
MVP.
If you would be quiet and listen.
Yes.
Don't read the chat. Don't get.
I gotta go to the chat.
Listen. If you listen,
chat.
Imagine there's a door that says Hall of Fame, and there's 3 or 4 steps leading up to it, and Matt Ryan is outside the door. I said Jalen Hurts has already caught him. The only way to pass him is to go in. Jalen Hurts can't go in until 5 years after his career.
That's
what you're calling a tie or passing, that's semantics. For a brother that got booed out of Alabama, for a brother who said he'd never be the starting quarterback, for a brother when he gets the starting quarterback, they said he'll never go to a Super Bowl, to have already gone to 2 and 1-1, you damn right he has caught and passed people that have already played and they can't even add to their numbers because they done playing. So he gonna get in. That's my point.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I rest my case. He has now answered my question that all I did was
already answered before
all I wanted him to do was expand on. Philip Dukes, we're gonna go on to the halftime show. Look at that point guard. Cross him up.
There we go.
To the favorite cousin. You know what I mean? Unc want to shoot. He keep breaking it off the backboard. You right there. Hit the layup.
Yeah, what Peter Supernatural said, Chico. You read it.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see.
Yeah, you read what he said.
Listen, Chico, is what Renee said.
No, what Peter the Supernatural said.
Well, he just went in. Oh, that's it. That's it right there.
Just listen, though. If you would just listen, I'd have answered the question.
I just want you to expand on it, and you went in on it like I wanted you to do. Pause. Yes, Chico.
Big pause. Because I did not go in on it like you wanted.
Wanted.
Dukes. The morning run with BiggDogg, Chico. Hey. You cannot beat it, man.
Yeah. Look at those numbers going up. Ratings going up, Lord. Oh my God! All we got to do is argue a little bit. Damn.
Man, hey man, I be cracking up, man. Y'all crazy, man.
Dude, boy. I know you saw that the halftime show last night.
Yeah,
you being an Atlanta native, pretty much the home of the culture right now. You know, but we able to witness what I felt like was a great Super Bowl performance. Unc and I had a difference of opinions last night, which we probably will have again here. But great that we have another person here with some knowledge to voice their opinion. Philip Dukes, what did you think about the halftime show last night from Kendrick Lamar?
Man, you know, I say this. If I was from LA, then I would have loved it, right? 1,000% loved it, right? All right, I liked it. I ain't love it because I'm not from LA. So Squabble, look, a lot of those songs don't resonate with me like they gonna resonate for somebody. Like when you do it for the hood on the national stage, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get your hood gonna love it, but the people around you not gonna understand. Like I could come up here, I could be talking right now and speak 1,000% Atlanta lingo, and people wouldn't understand it. But everybody from the crib gonna be like, "Oh man, Duke's on there popping it, man. Duke went on there straight popping flame. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? One time for the one time around there, oh watch the roll. Ooh, ooh. Nobody understands what I'm saying, but people from where I'm from. So it alienates a certain crowd. So from that perspective, I felt like he could have used a little more to bring the world into who Kendrick Lamar is. Now, for his goal of creating controversy and a speaking point on his performance based on the undertones of either you conform in America or you perform in America. So it's one like either or you can't perform, I mean to say. So basically, Sam Jackson is going out like the guy from Django or whatever and say, hey man, you better not do that song. You're doing a good job. Chill, right? And then Kendrick like, no, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. All right. Well, that's what he's saying. So from that perspective of it, I love the message for somebody who went through something like that, where it's either you conform or you can't perform. So when he said the revolution was going to be televised, that's what he meant. He literally went up there, red, white, and blue flag, all black people saying that this is how America was built. Had the white with the KKK stuff and the red and the blue being African Americans. Cool. I got all of that. I mean, I literally went down to go break it down and figure out the message. So I got mixed opinions on it because I feel like sonically and musically, there are better Kendrick Lamar songs that he could have performed yesterday to really turn up. Like he could have did swimming pools, he could have did money trees. Like it's a lot of stuff that people know, like that would have really had it lit. Or he could have did the feature from the Travis Scott song, Goosebumps. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that he could have did, but he literally did stuff to match the narrative of what he wanted to do. So sonically, I'm gonna say just like entertainment value. Based on fatigue, too, think about it. We've been going through Kendrick Lamar in this song since last year. So, I think some of the fatigue took away from the performance. Like, you got to think, the Netflix special already, right? Boom. All year long, people been looking at recaps. Then he just had the Grammys where the Grammys was a week ago. He didn't perform, but the song really made the Grammys. Oh, look how everybody's reacting. He swept the Grammys. So, sonically, I'm going to go probably about 7. Sonically and entertainment value, 7.5, but I'm gonna say 10 or 10 for his intended message.
Okay. I would go to Uncle Neely, but I want to kind of expand on that something that you said in there, but I don't know if I should do that.
Now go ahead, bro. Like we need to talk. Look, I tell you what. Before I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you, Chico. I got you.
I'm just messing around. Go ahead.
I ain't gonna let you get. I'm gonna take the shovel. So I got you today.
All right, you got me. We're gonna go to Uncle Neely and hear his thoughts once again. Let him kind of echo what he said last night, if he wants to.
Dog, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. And Malcolm X, not Neely. Malcolm X said this best 60 years ago. We the only people on the face of a damn planet that look for entertainers to lead us and guide us out of something. Stop overthinking this. That's one.
Okay.
2, I love art, but y'all know I don't care if it's architecture of the building. I don't care if it's art on the wall. If some guy explained it to you, a lot of it's gonna get lost. 3. And when I give you these things, Chico, these are in no particular order. They're not in order of priority.
All right.
3. I like Kendrick Lamar. Love his music. I liked the show. When I was asked last night what I thought about the show, you know, as it relates to Super Bowl halftime entertainment, blah, yawn. Because even with all the symbolism and the deep thought and the deep meaning, and oh, look at the people on the lamppost and Samuel L. Jackson, man, whatever. Kendrick, and let me tell you this, Dukes, it could have been fatigue on Kendrick's part. He walked through that show like it was a damn walkthrough rehearsal.
No.
It was low. It wasn't vibing hard. And when you talk about like making statements, let me tell you a statement I say made that didn't have no damn theatrics to it and none to interpret. And this is not comparing, you know, a national anthem to a halftime performance. I'm just talking about when you own something and you do it for the culture. I mean, y'all go watch Marvin Gaye national anthem at the All-Star game. When he just slowed that damn thing and just blacked the fuck out of it. He ain't had nobody in no Uncle Sam costume. He just said, look, black folks gave birth to America's music. That's why Mississippi, by the way, the motto is birthplace of America's music. It all started here because it all started from singing on plantations. I liked the show. It was cool. But from an entertainment value, let me prove to you that I ain't think much of it. I bet I'll watch it again.
Hey, I got one thing I will do. You know what made me? People may be mad at me.
Let me say this, Dukes. That was a pregnant pause like Chico be doing.
Pregnant pause. I like that. Might need to coin that thing. Pregnant pause.
We gotta stop doing as black folks. You know, we want this DIE stuff from them, but we don't want to give it to each other. You got to create space for inclusion and people having different opinions. And you got to be able to not call somebody dumb because they don't have the opinion you got. And so this whole narrative out there where you're just not intellectual if you didn't like his performance. I could be a damn nuclear physicist and not like his performance. Intelligence and intellect does not have anything to do with somebody's taste for performance or enjoyment of a music. Stop overthinking this. Stop writing these damn think pieces about it and trying to make like, okay, well, I'm on this other echelon because I get Kendrick Lamar. And what we need is all the black folks that get Kendrick Lamar. Let's go buy us some land in Georgia and start us our own nation because we get it. And we don't need people that don't get it. Like, come on, y'all. It was a damn halftime show of the Super Bowl, an event that is for them, by them. And if you really think that the people who put on the Super Bowl are going to allow some black messiah to come to lead you to your freedom on their dime and their time, all right, stop overthinking it. It was cute. It was informative. It was some nice symbolism to it. But as it relates to entertaining, you know you ain't finna sit up and watch that 5 or 10 times like you did Snoop Dogg and them in LA. Stop.
Man, you know, the one, I tell you what really made me like his performance was listening to Snoop Dogg narrate it. I don't know if y'all saw it, but on Twitter, I seen Snoop watch it.
Yeah.
And his ad libs, Snoop Dogg narrating it, turned it up 10 times 10. Like, so, and the reason I think LaDaniel's in the chat was like, you don't get it, you don't got to be from LA. The reason I say that was because I listened to it from Snoop Dogg perspective, and there was so much in there. Like the average person, like when they come down, like, you know, I know people say like, oh, there's a sense of pride that goes along with somebody seeing somewhere around you do something. When we saw Outkast on the Democratic National Convention, it meant something to us being from the South Side. It just means something different. We enjoyed it more than the average person enjoyed it because we're like, oh man, that's when Atlanta started blowing up, and it was Outkast. When Outkast got booed at the Source Awards, we felt differently about it than the rest of the world. They was literally getting booed, and we was like, bro, we here, and they was getting booed. So sense of home always is gonna provide more entertainment. The locality of it and the familiarity is gonna provide more of a sense of entertainment. And I was able to dive into that locality and familiarity by listening to Snoop talk about some of the language that they use in LA while watching. I was like, oh, that's what that is. Oh, okay, that's how, you know, like it took me a while to figure out that squabbling was really something. I didn't know what whooping feet was. I didn't. Like, I ain't never heard nobody say whooping feet until Kendrick said it in that diss song. So,
Right.
I mean, shoot, it is what it is. But when I listened to Snoop, it made more sense to me entertainment-wise. But I'm going to stand on what I said. What I said is 7.5 entertainment-wise. It is what it is. I tell you what.
Let me tell you this, Dukes.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody mad at you for believing that. But why the people who think it was an 8.5 mad at the people who think it's a 2.5?
I don't think
that's what I'm trying to get us to embrace and understand. It's just like any other work at heart. First of all, the artist has an interpretation that they are crafting that you know nothing about. Now you sit there, you try to formulate, I think this is what the artist meant, but until the artist said, you have no damn idea what the artist was thinking when they built this, designed this, whatever. But to sit up here and frame a narrative that just because somebody doesn't like it, that means they didn't understand it. You can understand that the people in red, white, and blue mechanic suits, you can understand that Serena Drake's crip walking. You can understand every nuance of Samuel L. Jackson in it and still say, but I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And so to then attack people like, oh no, if you don't like it, it just means you ain't smart. If you don't like it, it just means you got messed up. You ain't got on an intellectual level. Come on, dog. Right. That does not equate to that.
No, I can agree with that sentiment, but I wasn't really coming from myself. I'll say I wasn't coming from a standpoint of not liking somebody because they said it or because they didn't give it. Hell, I gave it a 8.9 last night. That's what from my perspective, because I looked at it kind of like from what Dukes explained so eloquently about Outkast and being from there. Same way Uncle Neely can probably relate to Big Crit. The same way I can relate to, and I can say that I came from it from the get-go, looking at it from Snoop Dogg perspective and a West Coast perspective and understanding the culture and saying also that Kendrick Lamar is a global artist. So that's why they picked him to be on the stage. So, it could have been better from all aspects. If anybody would have performed, we would have said it could have been better. If Wayne would have performed, we would have said why he picked those songs and not these songs. He got a million songs. So, it's for everybody's perspective, for whatever they feel like. I liked the performance. I understood what he was trying to do. Some people broke it down to even saying he had on a lowercase a pendant, which means that the A is lowercase, which is a symbol for A minor, which could be
look, see, that's it. That's the thing. The people that are like Kendrick elitists that I'm talking about that I don't like.
Yeah, and see that's what I'm. That's what I was
like, bro. Like some of this stuff y'all digging too deep in, man. That's literally if you go look at PG Lane, if you go look at what that's their logo, the lowercase a, PG Lane. That's exactly what it is. Sometimes people be making too much out of it. Now there was some very obvious symbolism there, and there was some stuff that had some undertones that you probably had to go look twice at. But man, sometimes you'd be like, bro, like I see what both of y'all saying because I'm in the middle, like 1,000%. Because I try not to be like, you know what I'm saying, like too much on either side because I understand the artistry. But I also is just like, bro, like Usher killed, like I don't see Usher do some shows, like Usher went crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my opinion, like,
and see, some people, it's not for everybody. Everything is not for everybody anyway. You know what I'm saying? So we got 3 people up here. It'd be crazy if all 3 of us would be like, man.
What I told your ass last night, Chico. I know you don't forget it because you'll be listening. I told your ass last night what my daddy told my ass. He said, son, when 2 men agree on everything, ain't but one doing the thinking.
Right.
Because what you did, let me tell you what he did last night, Dukes. He gonna get my opinion on Kendrick Lamar performance. Then he gonna put up Coach Prime's opinion. Oh, look what Coach said. Coach said this. What you say now, Neely? I don't give a damn what Deion Sanders said.
I didn't know. Dude, here's the crazy thing, dudes. I didn't do it in no correlation to what his opinion was. It was just the next thing. It went along with it. All right, well, here's
the next thing. And then he coincidentally said, so what you say now, Neely? Prime said.
Come on. I just said what you feel about it.
Coach Prime, like, and people don't. Coach Prime was recruiting last night because a lot of people missed what Kendrick had on his feet.
Well, he had them back ass jeans. Kendrick missed it.
Yeah,
If you gonna wear my damn shoes, I need you some damn short pants.
What's some damn capris or something?
Yeah. Hey, I tell you what, at the premium cost that it costs to be on screen during the Super Bowl, them 20, 30, 45 seconds of that
millions of dollars to endure.
And we talking about one of the most literally eye-catching shoes of the last year. So Prime was like, oh yeah, marketing time. Yep, yeah, I loved it. Yeah. And I ain't saying that's the only reason.
I'm saying that's the only reason. and then Chico left off this part when he quoted Prime. The end of the quote was, okay, now after this, I'm paraphrasing, leave this beef stuff alone.
And you brought it up.
It's over. Like, all right, when we gonna stop? Like when how many more times we gonna shoot each other before it leads to people shooting each other for real?
Right. Which you brought up, which was that's an example of a nice toss up and a slam dunk by Neely. Because I brought up this and you brought up that to finish it off. Look at that look. Look at that look on his face. Cuz look at the look on Uncle Neely's face, cuz. Anyway, well, it's gonna make you smile right here, Uncle Neely, as she normally does, because she just broke us off with a super chat.
That is Mama go get the other one. Go get the other one. Put the other one on.
That's the $20 super chat, Uncle Neely.
That's the second one. That's the one.
Oh the other my God. Undone. What y'all call him at ATL? What you call him at ATL?
Huh? Undone.
What you
Hunchos?
Undone. Hunchos. Easy.
Yeah, Huncho. Yeah.
Let me make this big enough, man, because I cannot see that. You feel me? Appreciate that, Mama Tia, up in this thing.
You gotta read out.
Undone. Man, I can't see that, man. I'm trying to make it big enough.
Okay, let me tell you this. Let me tell you just
hold on. Let me make it big enough, dog.
Ain't read on grade level since third grade, but now they intellectual want to break down the artistry of a show. Mama Tia, $100 super chat. We love you, Mama Tia.
You hear that? Hold on. You hear that, dog? Why you mute yourself, Unc? You hear that?
Hey, look, Mama Tia said,
you do it,
Mama Tia said 40 acres and a mule. I'm looking at it from the perspective of history. Let's be diverse. It wasn't the greatest, but there were dialogues. When Samuel J. went on to next and next, thanks to Uncle Neely for setting the platform. For sure. Thank you, Mama Tia.
Man, I'm gonna put my screen. Unc, you still hold on. Unc, you muted. You unmuted.
That's exactly what I'm saying. She said it's the same. I'm totally agreeing. A quarter got a head side and a tail side, and it's both 25 cents. You can appreciate the artistry and the message of something and still not have enjoyed the performance part.
Yeah.
But you got people who say, well, the only way you didn't enjoy the performance is you ain't intellectual enough to get the other part. That's why you didn't enjoy it. Dog, you ain't got to attack somebody's intelligence because they don't like what you like.
Right.
And then you're going to go out here marching and fighting white folks for DIE, but you don't give your own people DIE.
DEI, man.
DIE, whatever the hell it is. AFC, KC, Steve Lee, I don't give a damn.
Hey, stop say, Chico, I can see that though. Chico can't read. Chico can't read. You know Chico dyslexic like Noriega. Damn, that's crazy.
Y'all crazy, boy.
That's all I'm saying.
Chico always doing the most. DEI.
Yeah, there it is. What I'm wondering.
Read that.
DEI. Y'all know what y'all fighting begging for, but won't even get your mama stay in the same house with you. You won't even get to her.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
She got an opinion different from yours. You want to fight your own mama, but you want somebody to give you some.
Oh man. Uncle Neely is on a whole nother level, people. If y'all don't know. Hey,
that's the one. Put that up there. Put that up there.
Hold on.
DEI, DIE is still the same thing. They hate black folks. And there's some black folks that hate black folks too, the girls club ain't. That's what I'm talking about. Now, in on the nightcap, they tried to boo him in New Orleans. Y'all know the crap.
Yeah, he said the same thing. And that's the point. Prime said the same thing. Said the same thing basically what Uncle Neely just said. You know, Uncle Neely just put it in way more words, and but he said the same thing. They, just it was so many people in the audience that looked like us, so to speak. And when Coach Prime said basically what Uncle Neely just said, they were just like, I wouldn't necessarily say it was straight booze, but it was just like, you
What
know.
did he say though?
I wish I had the quote. Let me see if I can find the quote, man.
That essentially we don't support each other. That we don't give each other the love and support and nurturing that we try to demand from other people.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, let me ask y'all how y'all feel about this, right? So y'all know about on code, right? You say black people supposed to stay on code.
Yeah.
All right. And so for some people, they're gonna feel like if you say something bad about Kendrick's performance, that ain't being on code. Now, I'm just saying, all right, some people feel like if you don't support Coach Prime, you ain't on code.
Man.
Some people feel like Snoop Dogg going to get a bag from the other folks that he wasn't on code. Is there a limitation to being on code?
Man, you want me to answer this question?
Yeah. Well, everybody else. I ain't gonna answer. I'm gonna want y'all to answer.
On code, on hood, on gang, on everything, on none of those things. I ain't just like when Boog and Pretty Tony and them came out here and they were talking about Chico had on flip-flops and stuff. You know, back on the mainland in certain hoods and stuff, you can't walk around with your toes out. Jay-Z got flack because you saw a picture of him in some exclusive beach walking, and they talk about, oh, he got his toes out, son. He got his toes out. Man, listen. Huh?
You remember Cameron was talking about the folks had on open toe collectors? Remember that?
Yeah, like, bro, I'm trying to be so far away from that, dog, that I hope I never hear that again. Because I ain't trying to compete with damn Negro Indian about shoes, clothes, fashion, designer, none of those things, dog. So being on code, I know, and that goes into being on code and trying to be politically correct, or I'm not going to perform at a Donald Trump affiliated event or something like that because of what people might think. Man, I'm of the nature of, man, bump all them and all that, dog. You know, I'm from Selma, Alabama, the birthplace of all of this stuff. That you know what I'm saying? So if all of that, cuz that's just me. Before I say something else. Uncle Neely, it's on you.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of times it's got to be case by case, and you got to be realistic about stuff. And then a lot of the times we don't appreciate the power structure in America, the economic power structure in America. Like we'll say we not gonna F with this because of that. Well, who you think own the Super Bowl? It's 32 teams in the NFL, and the NFL has a commissioner, and they all boys with Trump. So, like, if you're gonna say Snoop can't go to the crypto event, what you really should be doing is Kendrick shouldn't perform at halftime either. But y'all don't want to have that discussion,
right?
Because you want to be you want to be entertained, you know, the way you want to be entertained. But so you'll try to pick and choose these easy boycotts to frame a narrative that when you really sit down and look at it, you shouldn't be walking in none of these stores if you're trying to base it on this particular thing. Because those things rock with that thing.
Right.
Like, again, I said it before. Y'all can rewind if you ain't tuned in live. About 20 minutes ago. Super Bowl show for them. That's their part.
Yeah.
Yeah, they picked Kendrick Lamar to perform, not you. Right. And if there was some veiled messaging, you know, like the slaves used to do while entertaining for Massa, that you got something out of it, that was just gravy. It wasn't, you didn't have nothing to do with him performing. And so when you start going down this path of staying on code, who gets to establish what the code is, one, and then two, are we really going to abide by code 100%, or just when it's comfortable for you?
Right.
Because y'all saying because the DIE don't buy nothing from Target. I know folks order from Target last week, and then you try to go with Target, but don't go to Walmart. When Walmart might not have changed its policy, but they donated much money to them campaigns too.
Right.
So stop trying to be so savvy and cute with core with stuff. When just keep it 100, man. If it don't feel right, don't do it. Like there should be some non-negotiables. You know, harming children, that's a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
And women, that's a non-negotiable. Racism, that's a non-negotiable. I ain't got no racist friends. I may know some racist people, but I don't have no racist friends. I don't have no friends that ain't good fathers. I know some dudes that ain't good daddies, But I don't have no friends that ain't good dads.
Ain't my partner. Right.
Yeah, he ain't no. I'm boy. That's the shit I boycott.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
like you're not gonna be out here date raping women and hanging with me.
Hell no.
Like no, that's that's what I boycott. You ain't even out here robbing old folks and hang with me. You can sell some weed and hang with me.
Right.
You know, that's they
like the comedian said, you could walk at a party and smell some weed and still stay in the party and have a good time.
Yeah.
But there are some things you walk in the party and smell. It's time
to go. Oh, man,
go.
Look. Yeah, and so this whole code mentality, they want to define the code and hold the code to the standard when it's what they want out of the code.
Mm-hmm.
And when it works for them, I'm all for the code. When it works for somebody else, oh man, we can't do that. We gotta stick together. Man, when did you stick together?
You ain't lying.
When the last time you intentionally went and did something? Like these two brothers on the screen, they heard me say, "Oh, I believe in black privilege. Yeah. I believe it is the only means to catch up because they have white privilege and they don't discuss it and negotiate it. They just do it. When we're gonna start doing it?" I had a dude hit me up. He wanted his son, the intern, like, yeah, I'm gonna get his resume. I said, I don't know why you sending that. He in because we cool.
Yeah.
He's qualified because of being in your relationship. Ain't that what they do?
It happens all the time.
Why I'm gonna make Duke's son do 15 things that they don't make their kids do one of? No, I'm gonna give Duke's son the same opportunity that they afford people. Mm-hmm. That's my code.
Nah, you said
mad at Bronny James.
What I liked about what you said, man, is like, man, if it don't feel right, don't do it. Sometimes, like, and you know what, like, where I'm from, I was talking to my son the other day about, you know, being where we from, and he said, Dad, when we go out over there in the neighborhood, like, you know, people see you and they know you all the time, but they look like they wasn't doing the same thing you was doing. Because I speak to everybody, but one thing people know about Phillip Dukes is, man, look, I'm finna go. Like, it ain't no, like, you know, you can ask anybody. First one, I can party with the best of them. If I'm looking out the corner of my eye and I see some people beefing, then you might be from my neighborhood. I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, listen. Hey, man, what you finna do? Oh, man, we finna go see about these cats. Hey, boy, I love you, man. Be careful.
And I'm about to tell you, dude, Neely will leave without saying bye. I don't work the room and shake everybody's hand, letting them know I'm gone.
Yeah.
That's adding to the time I gotta stay there. When I have made up my mind that this space is no longer for me, I'm leaving right then.
Man, you said something, dog. I'm telling you.
To the other end of the bar, shake everybody's hand. Hey, man, I'll check you later. I got to get out of here. No, when it's time for Neely to go, Neely gone.
Yeah.
I heard my uncle say that's when you're a man, son, when you can walk about this thing and not worry about, you know, it's basically what you said, not worry about having to shake nobody's hand. You leave when you make the decision.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you know what? You're right. You're right, because that's added to the extra time. I got to go around and shake that. Now they want to talk extra. Now I'm in here.
One more drink with your boy, man. Come
Hell
on.
No.
Yeah,
you disappear like the wind.
And then that's when this shit happens.
That's when it happens, dog.
Man,
and now you sitting there. I knew I should have left.
I knew I should. Hey, dog, come on, Chico. Come on. How many times in your life you done sat back after something like that happened? Like, man, damn, I knew I should have left.
Man, what?
I did what you say in the South. Some told me to leave.
Some told me. Something strong, what? And you got to listen to that something. Even when it comes to, if people gonna say you're not on code, if you know it ain't right for you, then I'm not gonna go do it. Like I'm not. And I believe that's what made me a man. Like what allowed me to raise my little boys for me to say, when everybody said, man, look, I'm gonna tell you, my grandma told me you better not go to Auburn. She was like, you better not go down there. She said, man, my grandma, God bless her, man. Granny crazy here. Granny say, you know, that's where they made the Ku Klux Klan. Why would you go down there? All these good schools over here. Go to Tennessee State. I can check on you. Go down to the AUC. But I went to Auburn because it was something else I wanted to go do. So I went to Auburn. Now, I ain't never went to a white school. That was the first time I went to one. Cool.
Yeah.
But some told me that was okay for me to do. Man, there was people around saying, man, how you not going to go here? Your mama went to an HBCU. But I did what was right for me. Can't nobody take the fact that I'm from College Park, Georgia, away from me.
No.
Right.
Go look at every yearbook from the time I was little. Go look at my mama's house right now on Janice Drive, Washington Road. Like, it's nothing they can take that away from me. But there were things that people will say, well, you ain't on code. And that's what but what feels right for you? And I think that's Well, if we were to encapsulate everything, the performance, who you align yourself with, everything, it comes down to that. What you said in that moment can put a bow tie on this whole argument, because there's gonna be people who feel that, who felt that performance. You shouldn't let another person's opinion affect how you felt about that performance.
Yeah,
that's just it.
Dude, let me tell you something about time on task and prioritization and being on code as it relates to a mission. I can recall vividly when I was getting ready to, for lack of a better description, move my platform, my body, my person, my resources from Jackson, Mississippi and Jackson State to Boulder, Colorado and the University of Colorado. And a friend of mine, we talking at the barbershop, and he was talking about, the impact or lack thereof on young Black men, as related to what I do. So I had to hit him with this. I said, okay, we in Mississippi, which has the highest minority population of any state. Almost 50% of the state is Black, but it's around 40. We're in the city of Jackson, that's 85% Black. And we're at Jackson State University, that's 99% Black. And you're telling me that I'm more needed on this battlefield than I am in a battlefield still working with young brothers, but in an environment where they're only 3% of the population. Which one is the call of duty higher? And if I'm needed in an environment that's 99% like me, it's something wrong with the other 98%.
Yeah, it should be plenty of you in that community of 99%.
When I look at Dukes going to Auburn, the impact that Dukes can have on Black people and especially white people at Auburn, because this thing don't change until they change. Like you preach to yourself and get motivated, but until the walls of white supremacy start tumbling down, the system is the system. So I would dare say to you, Dukes, that your articulation of the issues and your standing on business, your code has more impact there in Auburn, Alabama, than it would in Montgomery, Alabama.
Or Tuskegee.
Yeah, because you at the real front line of this thing. You're the tip of the spear. Because these people who are leaving that university, having been exposed to you, are the next creators of policy.
Exactly.
And maybe they view things differently now than they would have because they got exposed to you and you spoke the truth around them. It's why the Bible tells you, admonish you, back me up with this, mama, to you, speak truth to power.
Yes.
Like
100%.
when you faces and you want to sit in your hands and don't say a damn thing, but you get around your people and fight all day, you a coward.
Yeah. There you go.
You're right.
I'm not Colorado and be quiet, but sit and meet the Jack State and raise hell. No, I'm gonna raise hell there.
Right. Right. Now you're right. Say something then.
But also you're going to be a representation of where you come from, to letting them know, hey, whatever what's the word, perspective or thought that you had of anyone that's coming from Mississippi or the South or a Black person or a big Black man, I'm going to change that narrative, or I'm going to give you my narrative. You know what I'm saying? And here it is right here in your face. And it might be, not what you thought.
Yeah, let me look at you, Chico.
Look
how many miles and jaws dropped when they found out you in Hawaii, because Hawaii still looked at the place like, how he out there?
Yeah. What the hell
going
on?
Like there is a limited space on the earth for Black people to be successful. Like how dare this joker with this Afrocentric hair, that's code for nappy, be in Hawaii and I ain't never been. That's what they saying.
Oh yeah. I've lost subscribers because of that.
Yeah, because like you can't be in Hawaii. Like you can't live nowhere beautiful.
Nah, I can't be here.
And you know what? If you go to the right places in Hawaii, I ain't never been, but it's according to my pops. He said there's some places in Hawaii where they'll treat you worse than some of the worst places in Alabama for being Black.
And I hate to bring light to this, but it's the facts.
Yeah.
I've gotten called the N-word twice out here, and I've never been called the N-word in Alabama.
Man, you done been called that word twice on this show by me and Dukes before, so
and you right about that, but
we ain't have to travel too far.
So see, once again, Dukes, maybe it's me. It was me. I'm the common denominator, so maybe I got to do something wrong.
Hey man,
I done got called the N word in Hawaii. Chico, you're doing something wrong. God damn, you're doing something wrong, Big Man. What are you doing?
Because the people that said it to you in Hawaii, I don't know them, but we both had the same response.
Just like Lil Faith didn't know my barber, like you said.
Yeah, they don't know each other.
Give me that shovel, Chico.
But look, on everything though, they got it.
Give me the shovel, Chico. I got you, cuzzo. I'm with you.
But I always say, man, if myself or any native from out here in Hawaii or Polynesian were back in Alabama or anywhere in the South, and we happen to get pulled over, you're going to be on the same side that I'm going to be on.
Absolutely.
You feel me? You're just going to have good hair or something, or you talk with an accent, but you're on the same side, dog. So
you can just say different hair. Man, please.
Yeah.
You see, it didn't matter that Warren Sapp was Warren Sapp.
Right. Hell no, it don't matter. So it's all love though for the most part. You know, you give respect, you get respect for the most part.
Period.
And that's just simple as that. You know what I'm saying? In one case, I did kind of it was doing y'all want to hear a story?
Yeah, absolutely.
Chico, I don't know, man.
No, don't stop it.
No. Look,
all means.
Give me the story face. Give me the story face in the head. I don't know if I should tell that story at all.
Those are the best ones. The ones that you shouldn't tell, those are the ones. That's the best ones.
I might need to hold out with Dukes.
Oh no, Chico, you can't. Come on.
I need to hold that chat. Y'all gotta let us know if y'all want to hear the story. I don't think Dukes want to hear it.
You tell the story, you get the digging
at the top of the hour.
No.
Come on, Chico, take us out. It's story. I told Moses we need some story time with Chico music.
Story time with Chico music. Story from
Come on with
Hawaii.
it, Chico. Come on with it.
Real quick, we was talking about the two times.
Take your time. Don't do it quick.
Y'all want to hear the time I got called the N word or the time this dude approached me during the pandemic trying to fight?
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, I think I want both of them, man.
It was funny, dog. And it's kind of like Duke's story where Duke said I had to walk away and I had to think about it. Wait a minute. Did I get punked or did I do the right thing? That's one of the Duke stories. So here it is, people. I am following. See, I don't want to incriminate nobody, so I can't tell everything. So I'll kind of piece it apart. But long story short, I was behind somebody and we turned and a local guy, which I didn't know who it was, but he turned and he kind of looked in the car in front of me like F them. So I kind of mean mugged him, I remember being in a bad mood that day too, but I kind of mean mugged him like, man, you slowing up traffic and you looking at the people in front of me. What you doing? So anyway, I just thought no mind of it. Thought he was just gonna leave it alone and go. Man, I saw this dude whip his car around. I said, oh shit, it's coming back.
He busted you and got behind you.
Hey, he didn't bust the U-turn. I said, all right, damn, I went.
I'm lacking.
I'm lacking like I came out there. Oh, no, just hopefully he just wanna, as they say out here, scrap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But mind you, now this is full-fledged pandemic too, so everybody got on masks. Man, he pulled up. Now this guy looks like somebody who used to fight UFC. He was just a little bit over his prime, but he hasn't had a challenge in a long time, and I've been waiting on somebody to look at me. Mother came out, shirt off, tattoos everywhere. You feel me? He wasn't intimidating so much, but he looked like you would knock him out because he had a few too many drinks. But at the same time, he didn't look like the cleanest person either. Now, mind you, it's pandemic time.
Pandemic time, yeah.
And he's approaching, and I'm like, hold up. I'm more afraid of him coming and breathing on me than I am anything. So I said, hold up. He said, what's up? I said, man, you ain't got no mask. He said, F a mask. You've been looking at me, get out of the car. I said, man, you put on the mask, I get out the car. He said, man, you don't want to scrap. You don't want to scrap. And he got back in the car and left. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, damn. I thought about it, like, damn. Did anybody see that? Did I just get punked? Or should I got out?
How far did you have your window down? You said, you ain't got no mask on.
I had it down, and literally, dog, as he was approaching, I was thinking, like, hold up, dog. Hold up. Don't get too. So I started letting it up a little bit. But I was like, hold on, dog. Put on the mask again, pup. Put on the mask.
Put on a mask.
Anyway, yeah, straight up. Shit, I was scared of that more than anything else, dog. More than this guy, you know, approaching me, thinking that he's gonna. Dog, I would have stepped out of the car, dog. Come on now, dog. I could have stepped out and kicked him in the chest, like damn Luke Kang or something.
You were still in the car, and he was walking up to the car,
and
he was above average height, like an MMA fighter. He would have been nut to shoulder height already on you.
Hey, come on, man.
And he could have done a fantastic finishing move by just kind of.
If I was a violent person and looking for, you know, that stuff constantly, literally he would have lost. He would have lost unless he had a weapon or something. But he looked the part, but I could tell from observation that he wasn't ready for nothing real. You know what I mean? He was just a barking dog. He wasn't ready for nothing for real. You know, he ain't weigh enough. He was too light in the ass, put it like that.
Yeah.
Long story short, way too light in the ass to be approaching somebody's car. That's another thing you don't do in the South. You don't approach nobody's car, dog.
No,
I could have easily pop
three to the center mass. Chico, because that one actually did not hurt or tarnish or blemish your reputation to the level I like to be satisfied. I'm gonna have to ask you to tell the other story.
Oh damn!
Oh man, come on, man.
This one's not gonna hurt.
I'm entertained the more you hurt yourself. So it's like
Chico, you ain't see me do like this. I was like, woo. Well, boy, made it out. we made it out. Me and my boy, Cuzzo.
We made it out.
Hey,
you just tell us one more.
Go ahead, Cuzzo.
That was the pandemic story.
One of those people that like to laugh when other people get hurt, or only when Chico get hurt.
Absolutely.
Said thanks, Unc. Oh man, this one right here is not going to degrade me either. I told y'all I got called the N-word out here, so it was kind of like almost the same situation, but I was, you know how Target has those parking garages that you can go under, kind of, you know, under the deck, basically.
We ain't got them in Jackson, dog. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well,
I park it. You drive right up to the door.
Right. Well, they got these parking.
If you park in the first space, it's so close to the doors might open.
Right. That's what I miss out here too. You can't pull up to the front door of anything. You got to park way over there. Everything packed, man. I hate it. Every time I park.
We get that problem.
All right, but anyways, I pull up, or what was I trying not to say? I'm trying to go here, but I can't. I can't do everything. Let it flow.
Yeah,
I'm at Target. I'm coming out of the parking place, but you know it's kind of dark underneath, so you can't really see behind. Well, I couldn't see behind me, right? So I'm just sitting there. I'm like, hey, ain't nobody behind me. I'm just going to get my phone right here. Hell, it's hot as hell. I'm in the shade. I'm just sitting here on the phone. I don't see somebody behind me, but obviously somebody behind me. So finally, I make a right turn slowly to get up out of there. But my truck has the back window that you can let down. So I had a little crack in there. So I keep hearing, nigga.
What?
Right? What? And it gets louder and louder. So, and I got an Alabama tag too, of course. So I just keep hearing. So at the same time, there's this young black worker that's walking by with some headphones on. Now I can't hear him because I got these front windows up but the back window down. So I'm really thinking like, damn, is he saying nigga to the song? Right? So as he's walking away, he's getting further away, but the nigga is getting louder. I'm like, damn, let me just keep pulling off. So finally I pull up to the other stop sign and I make a right. And I hear, you know, and I hear the kind of engine rev up. Nigga, so I stopped. I look back and there was a motherfucker hanging out the window like Tupac calling me an N-word. Get the hell out of the way, nigga. You taking all day? I said, oh, damn. but he was like 30, 40 yards away now. He's in the passenger seat. I'm in the driver's seat. I look back, and it's this, he probably 5'10" or so, not no taller than that, but look like a local guy. He damn near getting out of his car or hanging out of his car, talking, calling me the N-word. I said, I can't believe this, dog. I'm in Hawaii. I said, bro. But they kept on pulling off or whatever. I'm like, damn.
Polynesian? Like, what was he?
He had to be local Polynesian. I don't know what exactly what he was, so I don't want to put it on him, but of course he had tan skin.
Did it sound like the N-word you would hear in a rap song, or did it sound like the N-word you would hear like at a Klan rally?
I'll just say it was offensive.
EA or ER?
It was offensive. Now, if you go back and look at the footage that I did of Travis Hunter at the Polynesian Bowl, where he got into it with the opposite team, and the boys were saying, the Polynesian boys were saying, nigga, but they weren't saying it like they were saying GNIGGAH, as a matter of fact, on the end. And they were saying it like that, kind of like, we say it too. And then you see the other guys talking, the Teteroy McMillan, who is a draft pick also. You hear him and Travis talking because Travis was mic'd up, and you'll hear him saying the N-word out of a word of, out of endearment, like, nah, my nigga, I just da-da-da-da, nah, my nigga, da-da-da. So they said, just like in hip-hop culture, everybody said who listened to hip-hop or whatever. So they said, but I think that when they said it to me at that car in Target, it was hard.
Now I reference this, Chico, because you put it on out almost as evidence. Do you think that the Alabama tag had anything to do with it?
Yeah. Yeah. Want me to tell you why? It could have been any state, because
one thing they know you didn't drive your car from Alabama to Hawaii. So
of course it had to be shipped, but they also know that you're not local, you're not from here.
Yeah.
You feel me? You're out of state, and you should be at anything being as respectful as possible and not send your ass in the shade on the phone holding up traffic. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm with Andre Walker. That sounds like the intent was hard R energy.
Yeah, the intent was hard R energy. It wasn't. It still had the A on the end, but it was hard R energy. That's what that's perfectly explains it right there.
But I love how you said you heard it several times before you recognized it was directed at you.
Yeah, I was like, damn. I'm thinking it's the little young black kid listening to the music, but I'm hearing it in the back of my head. I'm like, damn, what the hell? That's for me. Unbelievable. What did I do?
I gotta admit, Chico, that for the first time you've given me a story, back-to-back stories, that did not involve you being molested, did not involve you making some kind of felonious crime, such as busting in the church. That is a felony. That's a hate crime. I know. I'm telling you what you did. And so,
oh man, DJ Glad,
you actually passed the story test today, because this ain't nothing we can use against you.
That's not true. Waves on Swim. That's not true. Waves on Swim. Definitely.
Chico, I'm proud of you, dog. But I was sitting over here the whole time ready, like, man, all right.
Yeah, any minute.
Yeah. If he go left, just yell, and then that'll take the attention away.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, man, I'm proud of you, bro. Like, you did a good job, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you did. And I'm glad in both of those occasions, your calm nerves prevailed. You didn't reach under the seat, and it didn't escalate. Let words be words. Let action be action. Because we don't need you locked up in Hawaii.
No, that'll be the last thing. I've seen people fight out here, and I'd be like, "What you doing? What are you doing?"
Yeah. Look
you're
where
in
you're
the wrong space. Like you're in the wrong space. Then, if you got to fight, what?
Yeah.
Walk down the street, cuz you're doing the wrong thing.
I said this is guys getting in a fight at a strip club. I said, man, y'all see
what are you doing?
They in here butt naked. Are you fighting?
You fighting? You make the ugly face. I don't understand it, dog.
Let me tell you, two places I ain't gonna fight, Chico. 3 places I ain't gonna fight. I ain't gonna fight at the bank, the strip club, or the cafeteria.
Man,
Hey, man.
You happy at the bank, the strip club, and you about to eat. I don't know what's in it.
Right.
Man.
That's so real.
Yeah. You
man, that's stories from Chico right there. Trust me, I got plenty more that we can go to. All y'all got to do is say something that might trigger something, and bam, there's a story.
Yeah. I'm proud of you, man, for sure. Like, real, I said, yeah, Chico. Last week was tough, boy. They ain't gonna lie. Last week was tough. I'm talking about, man, one day I was like, man, you might well just go with it, man.
Oh hell! What Dave Chappelle said. I watched the comedy show last night. Dave Chappelle said, "Well, I guess I need to go ahead and say it. I'm gay. Yes, damn it, I'm gay. I can't wait to see what this does for my career."
do you know that we're gonna be able to clip out the Dave Chappelle part and just have you saying that?
Damn,
even with the Dave Chappelle, Chico, what? Why did you say that?
Because Dave said it as a joke. He was like, y'all got to get it. He said, I'm not gonna say it again, but he said, and then he said, I can't wait to see what this does for my career. It was a joke.
I can't wait to see what it does.
No, Chico, you got to walk me through this. What is the correlation? We was getting ready to go. You found it somewhere to say, you know what? That reminds me of Dave Chappelle saying this. No, damn that, Chico. You gotta explain this one, man. Come on, bro. Come on.
He could have.
What that lady said, what Tyra Banks said on that show? We were rooting for you. Where did that come from?
No, Diddy. All you had to do is take a knee and run the clock out. It's an hour 16. We had like 3 more minutes. But you want to throw one more pass and it's a pick 6. Like, all you had to do is stop. Well, Chico, get on here and admit that you gay.
Chico, look, listen. Chico, what are you? Chico, I don't need no jokes. I don't need no veiled responses. Chico, what are you trying to say and why did you bring that up?
I was just trying to say, y'all said something that triggered it, and I was like, just like Dave Chappelle said on the show last night. He said that, and then he was saying it because he was like, you could say anything. He was like, I wonder what this is going to do for my career if I say that. That's all. That's all, dog. All right. Let's go to another story then. Maybe we redeem ourselves.
We was at an hour 15, dog. We had made it.
We made it. We right here.
Let's slide.
We right there. We right there like Antonio Brown was with the Raiders contract.
Did y'all see that clip last night when Chris Jones just fell to his knees and just punched the ground on the side? It's like, dog, all we need is one completion. We can get back in this thing.
I ain't even trying to be funny, man. I'm really trying to figure out the correlation. We was like,
what did y'all say before that? What did y'all say before that? Y'all said something.
We were saying, good job, Chico.
Yeah, we were complimenting you on getting out of here.
Yeah, and then you was just like, yeah, I did that. You know what I'm saying? But that just
remind me to tell y'all I'm gay.
Out the blue. Now look, kids just be saying stuff. Look, kids just be like, my mama sleep with my auntie. Like, Chico, hey y'all, Dave Chappelle.
Oh boy. Okay, Chico, you got 90 seconds. It's gonna be like hour 20. We be getting out here like an hour 21. Just take us out of here in 90 seconds. That's all you gotta do. No more admissions, no more stories, no more. Ooh, that just reminded me. No more announcements.
All right, just take us out.
Just take us out.
That reminds me of if I just take
when you say take us out, that reminds me of that time I took this girl out.
I did take her out and then unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children in the chat.
There you go.
Now make sure y'all get up in this thing, hit the like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know where you're checking in from and where you watch the show at and how you watch the show. If y'all support the show, you can become a part of it by being a sponsor or presenting advertiser or anything of that nature by hitting up Uncle Neely at Uncle Neely at thepregameshow.com, or you can inbox BiggDogg Chico or anywhere on social media.
He can't do it, dog. He can't do it. He can't do it. That's all we need. All right, so yeah, if you wanna be a sponsor, want to be a contributor, hit us up, Uncle Neely at dpregameshow.com. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe to each one of the platforms. That's Big Dog Chico channel, Duke the Scoop channel, and D Pregame Network. We'll be back with You Tell Me tomorrow night live, Tuesday nights live, and then Wednesday morning you can expect more of this, whatever this is, the morning run, where all people are crying and they got nothing to do with halftime Super Bowl show. Chico, another great episode live, morning run, Deuce to School. What you got coming next for the people, man?
Hey man, Chico said, I said, Chico, you had a rough week last week. He was like, yeah, that reminds me.
See, y'all, I tried to get us out of here. Tried to let dude make an announcement. This guy wanted his nose and his eyes. Chico looking like a young Ray Charles in the movie. Don't you let nobody treat you like you can't do nothing.
Oh my God. Oh man. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh man.
Chico, all you had to do was land the plane, man. The wheels were all on the ground and you pulled up. You just land the plane, dog.
Man, y'all crazy, man. Y'all are crazy for no reason. Chat.
No, don't bring him in. Don't bring him in.
Thank you guys for tuning in once again to the morning run. The chat still has around when y'all sign out. Yeah, the chat is still around. Y'all can still hang around and talk in the chat and such. Cousin Duke's over there crying. Uncle Neely, your favorite uncle. Or should I say your favorite cousin, Philip Dukes? Let me get it right. Everybody's uncle, Uncle Neely, and your first cousin, because ain't nothing you can do about it because I'm your mama, my mama and your mama's sisters, or my dad and your daddy brothers. So we first cousins, and I'm here. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You understand me?
And wouldn't do nothing about it if I could, man. I love you like a play cousin, but damn.
Y'all go have a great day. We appreciate you guys. We'll be back with more. Next show coming up is You Tell Me.
Oh, I hope we'll be back. They might put a plug on it.
They might put a plug. Appreciate you guys coming. We see you guys next time. We're going to be up and about this thing. This has been The Morning Run.